What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel, and today I have for you guys the McFarlane DC Multiverse Last Night on Earth Batman. If you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. I upload new content every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so check back on those days to see what I've uploaded, or just hit that bell icon to stay notified when I do upload new content, because throughout 2021, guys, it is my goal to give you guys content throughout the week besides those 3 days. So hit that bell icon so you stay up to date, and make sure to hit that like button. It is a very small thing for you, but a very big thing for me. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It is a very small goal of mine to try to reach at least one new subscriber per new video that I put out. So please be my one new subscriber for this video. Thank you so much in advance. As always, the information on this channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. I am your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. And today, guys, once again, I have for you the Last Night on Earth from McFarlane Toys. This guy is awesome, but there are some serious issues with this wave, and not just little issues, they're big issues, and we'll get into those. But this guy, as far as sculpt and everything, once again, McFarlane does hit it out of the park in that area. But there are a lot of QC problems with this wave, including with the Build-A-Figure, which a lot of people bought this wave specifically for that Bane Build-A-Figure. I unfortunately could not find Wonder Woman, so I do not have a completed Bane, or else he would have been the first review I put up, because I essentially bought this wave for him, as well as this Batman and the Scarecrow to put on Bane's back. But once I find that Wonder Woman and I put those arms on, trust me guys, there will be a review up. And in fact, I kind of don't even want the Wonder Woman, so I'm kind of thinking of doing a giveaway for her. She obviously wouldn't come with the Build-A-Figure pieces, but I would be thinking about just giving her away to one of you guys, one of my subscribers. But you'd have to be subscribed, and you have to be following my page on Instagram as well. And I don't know, when I decide on it, when I find her, I'll decide then, and I'll let you guys know. But anyways, guys, once again, like I said, other than the QC problems, this figure is phenomenal in sculpt and look. I don't know about you guys, but I did read the Last Night on Earth comic series, so when this was announced, I was super excited, even though a lot of people weren't too excited because they hadn't really read it, and it's kind of like an alternate universe Batman. But that's what McFarlane does, right? That's what he's been giving us, is alternate universes Batman. So, and this is really obscure in my opinion. Like, I never would have thought they would have given us a toy line based on this comic series, but I'm super happy that they did, because like I said, I did read it and I did enjoy it, and the art in it was amazing, and these figures really do represent that art really well. It's like the figures are straight ripped from the comic book. So in that sense, McFarlane does a great job. But other than that, let's go into the accessories that he comes with. So first off, of course, and there goes Bane's head. So first off, of course, he comes with a trading card. So there you go, the front image. And there's the back image. I'll let you screen grab it if you want. He comes with, of course, a base with the little DC logo right there, as well as Build-A-Figure parts. He comes with Bane's fisted hands, as well as Bane's head. So as you can see, Bane's head is really well done. I really like the way it looks, but we'll get into the Build-A-Figure issues in a bit. He also comes, whoops, come on. See, this is part of his QC problems. There we go. He also comes with a baton. It's just basic black, very plain, but you know, it does the job. It's nothing to be like, oh, nice about, but like I said, it does the job. It looks like a baton. At least it has like the separation of the grip and the actual baton part. If I remember correctly, he only uses this for a very short period in the comic book, not even throughout. He's not even dressed like this throughout the whole comic book, but it's still really cool to have a version of him like this in action figure form. And of course, like when he was announced, everybody was wondering why they weren't showing this, but I'm so glad they included this, because this is actually a major part of the comic book series, is the Joker in the lantern, or the Joker head in the lantern. You know, he's literally his companion for the comic series. Like I said, it's an alternate universe storyline, so it's kind of weird, it's kind of out there, obviously, because Joker's head is in a lantern and it's actually alive and talking to Batman throughout the whole comic. And in the end, he actually helps Batman. Spoiler alert, sorry. But yeah, and the head is really nicely done. I really like how they did this lantern, how it's like very clouded orange on the bottom and around the edges, but very clear, and you can see the Joker head very clearly in there. I'm sure they wanted you to see it very clearly because it is very detailed. As you can see, it has a lot of nice detail. I love the green in the hair. The back is solid orange, so you can't see anything there. I doubt you can take it apart. If you want to, you could break it apart. I'm not going to do that, but let's go ahead and get a closer look at Batman. Alright, so bringing him forward, you can see his cowl isn't a cowl. It's actually just the headpiece of an electroshock therapy device that in the comic series, you know, he's obviously in Arkham Asylum, he's wearing a straitjacket, you know, so that's what that's supposed to be, mimicking the cowl. But in there, it's their explanation as to why he thinks he's Batman. But all the intricate details of the straitjacket are just amazing. I mean, even down to right here, the wrist gauntlets. Like, it's just so amazing how they fit that in there. Excuse me. It's so amazing how, like, he made these you know, straps which should be, you know, wrapped around him and whatnot. They just look like a cape, you know. So like I said, it's just, McFarlane always hits it out of the park with the sculpt and the look of figures. Unfortunately, I feel like they rushed this line, which is one of the reasons why the next Build-A-Figure wave is coming in waves and not just all at once like this one. Because I have talked to other collectors that have gotten these figures and they seem to have the same issues as me. So it's not just my figures. I'm not just getting, you know, lemons. I'm not just getting really bad figures. Other people are having similar issues. So real quick, before we go into his articulation, let's go ahead and go into the small QC problems this guy has. So looking at his left ankle, it is super loose, super wobbly. So that's why when he was falling over right earlier, I said that's part of his issues, because this ankle is just so wobbly, and if you don't get it in the right position, he just buckles under his own weight. And the second one, for mine at least, his right elbow, that first joint, is just super loose. Like, look at that. So if I want his arm to come up, it moves. So I have to use the second joint right there to like get it to stay, or else eventually it'll just fall from this position. But other than that, this Batman really has no issue. But unfortunately, guys, I was just praising McFarlane Toys last week for going in the direction of a thicker, denser plastic in their figures. I was so happy about it, and they went backwards with this wave. I mean, Bane is a solid Build-A-Figure because I have most of him. I have his torso and everything, so I do know he is a solid figure. Omega, Batman, and Crane are a little light on the plastic side. They feel a little hollow, once again, like the older McFarlane toy figures. And I feel like because this was an obscure line, once again, they didn't want to put too much money into the line, not knowing how many people were going to buy it. So, I mean, it's business, I guess. But we'll see what happens in the future, what, you know, with the figures that come out. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get into his articulation. So Batman can look all the way to the right, all the way to the left. You really get no head movement besides a little bit up right there. No real down because his straight jacket kind of prevents him from going anywhere. His arm does go all the way out there. You get a butterfly joint there, rotation at the shoulder, bicep swivel there, double hinge elbow joint there, rotation at the wrist, and as well as hinge because of the ball joint right there. You do get rotation at the waist right there. You can go back kind of a bit. You can't really go forward too far down. You can kick out. Hold on. There we go. Kick out that far. kick back that far, double hinge knees, loose ass ball rocker joint as well as hinge, and toe articulation, of course, which is super tight on that one, so I'll show you on this one. Never mind, super tight toe articulation, so I'm not going to move his. But anyways, guys, that is it for this guy. Like I said, besides the QC problems, he is an amazing figure. I mean, when you take a look at him and look at all the detail and intricacy, like the belts and the belt, all the pockets, that loop right there is actually where the baton goes. But I noticed that you can't stick it in top way down because the hole is not wide enough. So you kind of have to do it just from the bottom up and stick the handle, the grip upwards. But yeah, guys, all in all, if you enjoyed the comic book series, if you know the comic book series and that's why you're buying these figures, then yes, go for it. I highly recommend buying them. If not, I highly recommend passing on them, unless you really want that Bane Build-A-Figure. But let's go into the QC problems with that real quick. A lot of people are having issues with the legs and the arms going in. Thankfully, I have found a recent tip from Toy Shiz on YouTube. Shout out to him. I always give credit where credit's due. And he said to heat up water for 4 minutes in the microwave, I believe, and then dip the tops of the legs in them, and then they should snap on and stay snapped on. For confirmation on all that information, go check out his video. It's Toy Shiz on YouTube, and it's basically just his review of this wave. He explains it there. So I haven't tried it yet. I told my one of my other collectors that I know, and he said he tried it and he said it worked. So I'll probably try that soon. But anyways, guys, with that being said, let's go ahead, take some cool pics of this guy, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigurez. And if you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really do appreciate it, guys. As always, I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Magic Girl, aka the Buff Collector. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.